the Madman!
First arena of the new expansion, and Twitch chat has voted for me to pick Hunter. Big thing about the new arena is that the first two picks are always synergy cards. There are quite a few cards that are quite questionable, but the idea is by picking up these synergy cards, you can build the later part of your deck to take advantage of the synergy. Sometimes you get Cold Light Seer and you can't possibly count on having Murlocs. You know, we lull at Jade synergy, Murloc synergy, Pirate synergy, not having 2, 3, or 4 drops in your deck synergy. It's questionable the way it's implemented. Look, we can build a Death Rattle synergy deck. So like, this is how it should be done. I happen to get the good side of it. Let's build a Death Rattle deck, guys. It's a good card. Don Honcho, cool. 150 score for Eaglehorn Bow from Lightforge. Alright, well, that's a pretty high score. What are you doing, Lightforge? Lightforge score of 71, Hearth Arena score of 32. You like Ultra Sword that much? So far, we have a pretty heavy Hunter deck already. Makes the Ultra Sword less good. Wow, our Elemental deck could have come together nicely. Oh, by the way, in KFC, there aren't that many 2-drops, so 2-drops get a lot better, especially in classes that don't have anything on 2. Hunters actually have a lot of 2-drops, well, from Ungoro. Have a lot of class 2s. Like Crackling Razor Maul and Kindly Grandmother. Their deck is actually looking pretty good. Infested Wolf has a synergy with Corpse Widow, and is a generally good 4-drop. 2-drop. Grim Necromancer is pretty good. I think this card is actually better than Yeti? Better? Question mark? Ooh, Scalebane. So halfway in the draft, I've got 4 big cards. I'm a Hunter, so big cards are less necessary. It's close. Hildnir Frostrider. Yeah, it's pretty good. 3 mana, 4/4. The Raging Worgen is probably better than Grizzly. I have no Beast synergy. I have the Crackling Razor Maul. Never mind. Well, that's the only Beast synergy, right? Go with the bonus. Serenite Chain Gang is pretty good. So is Frozen Crusher. I have few 4s, but I have 0 6s. Don Honcho Serenite Chain Gang, the dream. Does that break the tie? I think that breaks the tie because I have Don Honcho. I don't actually think it's gonna happen in the course of this arena, but it might. And that small possibility might be worth it. Cult Master good with Snacks. Ooh, another Eaglehorn. Daring Reporter. Stonehill. Do you have Knife Juggler, Snake Trap? Nah, that's probably not worth it. Ooh, Death Speaker. I actually have 1, 2... Well, that's not really a 2. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 valid 2-drops to go into... to curve into the Death Speaker. Yeah, we'll choose that over a Hired Gun. Multi... Ooh, another great 2-drop. Okay 2-drop. I mean, bad 2-drop, but it's a card. South Sea Deckhand. I have 2 Eaglehorn Bows, so it's better. Also, 1 mana 2/1 might not be that bad in this meta. And finally, my curve is pretty low, so Bright-Eyed Scout isn't that good. Maybe I just take 6 mana 6/6, slightly worse ogre. No, it just turns out that card draw is good anyways. 6 mana 6/6, too weak. So, another one of the criticisms about the first 2 picks is even if you pick the synergy cards, like you pick the Elemental card, you pick the Murloc card, you pick the Pirate card, you pick the Prince cards, there's certainly no guarantee that you're going to get more of those in the future. You normally wouldn't pick a synergy card if it were offered at the beginning, so why would you pick it now? They're just generally bad picks now. In this case, I managed to escape the first 2 synergy cards by picking like a 5 mana 4/6 Corpse Widow, which is just good. And then I followed up with Tomb Lurker, which is also a fine card by itself. So we escaped the synergy by taking like decent cards on their own right. A lot of decks out there have pretty bad cards due to the first 2 picks. Well, they sometimes get bad picks on the first 2. Often they will. possibly the overall strength of Arena has gone slightly down. This deck doesn't curve very high, but it will take advantage of those slower decks out there, and it is Hunter. So I feel pretty good about this one. I have an excellent curve, early game curve with a lot of 2-drops, and some people might lack that. I'm Hunter, I can abuse that fact. I'm going to guess this deck will go 10 wins. Steady shot, smart against Rogue.
This is our time, scrub.
Yeah, beat it.
Here's where I'm sad I can't do 1 damage though. That's a pretty good opening against me. How many spells do I have in the deck? How realistic is it for Pyromancer to kill that guy? I don't have very many in this deck. I have Snake Trap, I have Deadly Shot. We'll have to tempo the Pyro in. Coin Defiance is so good against classes that can't deal 1. Oh, maybe that's his maybe that's his synergy card. Forced to take the 1 mana 1/2. Wall synergy. And then it might trap people into taking like more Murlocs after picking the Murloc Tidecaller synergy card. Is a 1/2 worth killing with my bow? Probably not.
Always gets the scoop.
Oh, and also I got the Snake Trap. So we'll try to keep the bow around for 1 more charge. Oh, punished for order. Oh? Nice. Playing around Shadow Strike by having the opponent attack into me. Let's see, nothing with Death Rattle has died so far.
Don't forget to tip your daughter.
None see the lotus.
Incoming snacks.
Hey, join the goals. Will meet my fist.
Going to turn 7 reminds me. Dang, I didn't get any Bone Mayors in this deck. It's gonna be a pretty good card. Looks like Honcho just got scooped. 5, 7, 8, 9. I'm pretty close to killing him. Oh. I just missed lethal. I forgot this thing re-stealth.
We'll handle
Smart moves. I concede.
Death Speaker is pretty good if I can get something on the board, but I'm going second, so I should... Given all the 3s I have, I'm only going to aggressively the 3s away to try to get 2 2s and start off really fast. Queen Frostrider is pretty good, but I want to start off with Deckhand. The opponent mulliganed all their cards, so leading off to the guy is pretty likely, and my Deckhand will have charge later. That's a power play right there. Bam! 3 mana 4/4 on turn 2. Turn 3 bow into a deckhand runt will be pretty good too. Given my hand, this seems to be a really rough spot for the opponent. Oh man, I got the Eagle Horn bow for the 4-3 also. So good.
I'm warning you. I'm unstable.
Summoning portal open.
So I can make it guaranteed hit my 4-1 if I want to. Unless I think... No, I think playing the wolf is better first.
Glory is mine. Let's show our guests a good time.
Reporting for duty.
Gadgets and Gazette always gets the scoop.
I'll cut them down to size.
2 1-1s a turn. That's too many.
Reporting for duty.
Let's go. I was going to play Runt and Grandmother, but those adapt options presented an alternative line to go to.
The menagerie is for guests only.
The Curator would be a cool synergy card to get, because you could conceivably get a Beast, a Murloc, and a Dragon. That'd be one of the cool cards to see at the beginning. So I know that he doesn't have Blizz Consecration, so we should just do this.
Quickly.
We'll bet the farm on no Consecration. I bet eat all. I probably should have played Raging Worgen instead, given that he's auto-spawning a 1-1 each turn. Yeah, Primordial Drake is pretty scary, but that's an epic from the last expansion. Pretty unlikely. He did just Curator. It's a good thing this isn't constructed.
Reporting for duty.
This would have been a bad play in the Ungoro era. Arguably a bad play now because I should have played Raging Worgen instead of this Runt.
Well played. Well played. The victory is yours.
That is pretty synergetic. I mean, not really. It's a Hunter curve, which doesn't have a 2-drop. I think starting with a 2 is really good.
An incredible discovery.
I don't know why I'm scared of him playing a secret on turn 3. It's not even that good. It's a decent deadly shot. It's a good deadly shot. It's tough to efficiently trade against that. Crackling Razor Maul keeps punching in. Already did 6 damage, probably looking to do 9. Probably looking to do 12 damage, actually. 9 damage it is. Since he used the hero power, I'm encouraged to trade here. Value 3 mana 4/4.
Dance with
Get ready faster, Ooze. I need you to think Korkron elite level here.
Can I light your fire?
The better to eat you with.
Interesting hesitation on the Fire Blast. He must have something he's really tempted to play, but he has to save himself from 4 face damage, since I'm very spooky right now. Maybe he has AoE. I don't think I can really play around that. Well, I can play around that. I can do Cult Master and Double Trade right now. But that means passing up on 7 damage. Let's do it the Hunter way. Alright, that's not Flame Strikes, I'll take it.
Join or die, or both.
Run away.
Like to play with fire?
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
Will I get magical AoE? No. But Ghastly Conjurer, pretty decent. Card for me. I am 1 damage off lethal.
Out of my jungle.
Crazed Worship are better than Psychotron against Mage. Grizzly is a bear though, a beast. Which is actually kind of important. Okay, Grizzly it is.
Gadgets and Gazette always.
It doesn't matter that much because there's no way the Mage can come back from being at 1 health against a Hunter.
You win.
Going first, I do have a 2-drop into Death Speaker. Is it good enough, or do I go for exactly one of the other 3 drops I would prefer? One of the 4 other 2-drops I would prefer. Between Pyro, Razor Maul, and Bartender, or even Grandmother. We hope we draw a 2-drop, but we keep this one around for backup, I think. We hope for the dream that the opponent opens up with a 3-2 instead of a 2-3. But even with a 2-3, oh, there we go. Lucky me. Eh, 2-3, unfortunate.
Bottoms up.
Yeah. I figure if the crab gets buffed, it's tougher to kill it later, so should get the damage in while my guy survives while hitting.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
So he threatens on killing both of these and setting both of his to 1. However, that's the perfect time for Grim Necromancer.
The dark path is my destiny.
Now all I have to do is dodge Consecration. In this case, Necromancer is way better than Yeti, because all of the stats are going to be used very well.
What doesn't broke you?
Okay. Pretty good.
I'm not ready.
Divine Shield or +1/+1. The opponent has a 2-6 on the board, so a 3-3 is really good. I already killed the 2-6 with these 2 units, though. It's pretty close.
For the master.
I'm just going off of general Hearthstone history where a 2/2 with Divine Shield has been printed before, but 2 mana 3/3 has never been printed.
I'm warning you. I'm
Which implies that the 3/3 is better.
reporting for duty.
For the master.
By the way, that can actually land on this, and then I get Super Mega Valley. It would be nice. Come on. Alright.
Gadgets and Gazette always gets the
Uncharacteristic out of curve play by me, but gotta get the Daring Reporter out before the Corpse Widow. More value over time. Opponent's got a lot of cards, so the only way we can win is by going face. Basically, yes. And it's gonna be pretty tough to win from here. My entire deck is mostly early game as well. 1 mana. Stealth. Out of the way. Whoa.
Get 'em, boys.
Hearthstone requires much processing power, you know. Okay, so I can set the opponent down to 1. That's 1 is a pretty good number.
Until low.
If this game had gone on just a bit longer, it would have gotten pretty outvalued. This is just the right amount of time to make it look like an absolute crushing. Oh, hey there, Uther. Well, that's gaining 10. Is that enough? Oh, thanks for the card. I'm almost certain this is being done wrong. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. Well, does it not matter? Wait, did he have to do that? It doesn't matter. He was dead either way, I imagine. No, if he killed these two instead of that Corpse Widow, I would only have 4 on the board, and then that would be 9, and the opponent would be at 11.
You have triumphed. This time.
Ah, first time drawing the Scalebane. Hey there. See you later. Help me win the game sometime. So 2 mana 3/2 into 3 mana Death Speaker is the dream when going first. Going second though, this Razor Maul could get traded into. I think there are 4 legitimate plays to make right now. Question is, which one is best?
I wonder.
Razor Maul, stay on curve, Tentacle to have a slightly better card, Raging Worgen because it matches well against a 2/3, or Eaglehorn Bow to immediately kill it. I'll go with the Worgen. Might force him to hero power on 3, which is really good. Now, the question is, do I use the fast answer of Eaglehorn Bow, or do I play Tentacle? And the draw of the Grim Necromancer affects that. I'll go Bow. Since I don't have a good way of dealing with, since the Tentacle would trade with that card.
For the crusade!
Grim Necromancer looks to be really good against this guy. Girl.
My destiny.
Oops, I mean girl. Let's see, nothing with Death Rattle has died so far. I like how chat's like, whoa, swipe! But you're pretty happy generally when a very powerful card of Swipe trades 1 for 1 against your card. Does that imply that this card is so good that you need specifically the exact answer of swipe in order to handle it? In which case, the card is insane. Okay, we can multi-shot, but using the bow on a poisoned guy is pretty good. Also, 2-4 against the 1-2 is pretty good as is, but I don't have a good follow-up, so...
I sense your struggle for the master.
Also, I drew the second bow. Makes it better to use the bow than the multi. I'm going to give him a chance to break my secret afterwards for sure, but in that case the 6-6 attacking the 2-4 was too much value.
The menagerie is for guests only.
Oh! That became really good. Corrupted Healbot is a death rattle. Drawing a Corrupted Healbot. Did he just draw 3 cards? Yikes. I think we're playing these two though, for the curve. Not really for the curve as much as for making sure my 2-4 doesn't die. Man, these cards. Alright. So the opponent's got a lot of value, but I'm about to gain a lot of tempo with the Snack. If I have the board, I can get my I can get the 6-6 with the Tomb Lurker and beat him down with that.
We will devour this world.
Wow, Plague would be pretty good. Okay, so we want to kill this and then multi-shot.
For the master.
Probably play the deck hand. Oh, I want Bone Drake instead of Corrupted Healbot. It's a 50-50. No, that's a lot of tempo. So I may only have 1 card in hand, the opponent might have 8, but I have quite a board. Spreading Plague would single-handedly destroy me. Alright, come on, Bone Drake, Bone Drake! Ah, Healbot.
For the master.
I can see.
Whew, managed to kill him just before the turning point, just like that paladin. Except this one was like an even bigger turning point. Do I begin with the 1-drop? Yeah, sure. No crap, no crab.
X marks the spot.
Don't forget to tip your torrent.
It's really painful for an opponent to use the hero power to kill the 1 health minion on turn 3, so I'm fine with not taking the trade there. Go, little buddy. Do that damage. Get in there. So far, Deckhand has decked him for 6.
The dark path is my destiny.
Discount's pretty good. I think the play is Corpse Widow. It can't really protect everything every turn. Next turn I'll do Razor Maw Bruiser. And Adapt is really good. I think the Adapt is probably, on a big minion, worth more than a 2-1. I have a good backup plan in case something crazy happened. It kind of counts as something crazy. Didn't expect my 4/6 to die on that turn. This Scalebane getting the value in there. So far, Cobalt Scalebane is an 11-5.
I suppose.
I'm not ready.
Gadgets and Gazette always gets the scoop.
I can see.
What a great hand. Constructed worthy hand here. 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, 5-drop. Ooh. Hit own face. How silly.
Out of my jungle.
Take the card even though it feels like if I play this trick, it'll be like the wrong thing to do. But it's still a really good card. I wonder if that was his synergy card, the Devilsaur Egg.
Gadgets and Gazette always
I actually think that the Devilsaur Egg being offered as a synergy card is perfectly fine. Because if you take that card on the first go, you can actually activate that, and it's pretty good. See, look! Synergy at work. I just think that there are a few cards that absolutely shouldn't be synergy cards. But that card, like, that one's perfectly fine. That was actually disgusting by him. Really strong. Fortunately, I have even stronger.
I want answers.
Oh dear. The better to eat you with. Go away.
Oh man, that would suck if that were a freezing trap for him. As stands, looks pretty good if the Pterodax goes into the jungle guy. Might be too afraid to attack. Oh, too spooked. Wow, control Warlock. Alright, time for Wind Fury. Oh.
My shield for Argus.
Turns out this card's good even if you're aggro in arena. Womp womp. He's like, aha! I finally get to trigger the freezing trap. Not that it really mattered. The snakes are good for me to get triggered also.